Hi, I'm Helen, and this class today is a standing workout with yoga inspired moves. You won't need any props, but perhaps blocks. If you don't have blocks, then a chair either end of your mat or something that you can lean onto, because we'll be leaning like this, so it might help to put your hand on something. Otherwise, bare feet, a smooth, soft surface that's got stability, and you yourself. So without further ado, we will begin. We'll start with the centering on the mat. It's always good to just come to our mat, let go of everything that's happened before today or in the morning, anything that's happening later. Feet are hip distance apart, knees stacked over ankles, hips over the knees, shoulders are back and down, fingertips facing forward, chin parallel to the earth, crown moving up to the sky, and just close the eyes for a moment. Just center in on the breath. Maybe taking a deep inhale and exhale through the mouth. And when you're ready, slowly open the eyes. On an inhale, palms come up to the sky. Lengthen the spine, grounding down into the feet, fingertips to the sky, and exhale, release. 2 more of these. Inhale, lift, full body stretch. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, lift. And then exhale. Inhale, palms come up to the sky. Circle the left wrist with the right fingertips. Step the left foot behind the right and lean over to the right. So I'm not mirroring you here. Breathe here into this full body stretch. All down the side body, into the outer hip. And the ribs and the waist feel so good. And come back up to center and over to the other side. Really lengthening and reaching. Keeping that body on the side plane. Back to the midline. Over to this side 1 more time. Back to center. And then over to this side. And back to center. Inhale, palms come up. And as you exhale, bring the arms to cactus. Lifting the chest. Maybe throat to the sky. And then rounding forward as if you're diving. So we're moving through flexion and extension in the spine. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, round. And release. And from here, move the feet out into goddess pose. So feet are going out on an angle, knees are tracking directly over the toes, sitting into the hips, arms come up, and as you exhale, reach over to one side, then down. Inhale, around to the other side. So 5 in this direction. That's 2. Sitting deep into those legs, waking them up. 3. 4 and 5, and then the other way. Exhaling as you come down and inhale as you come up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then heel toe the feet into the middle, and we're all warmed up and ready to go. We'll start with working on the side waist. Bring one leg out to the side. This other leg is going to be nice and stable. Hands come to the hips. Extend this leg out so it's directly coming out from the hip. Inhale this same arm up on the same side. And as you exhale, knee to elbow, and then extend. That's 1. So we do 5 of these. 2, Find something fixed to gaze at. Really helps with the balance. A slow mindful movement. And that's just 5. Then arms will come to parallel. We'll rotate round towards this knee. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now combination. Knee to elbow, rotate. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Other side. Getting the stable base in this leg. Extend this leg out to the side. Inhaling this arm up. Other hand on the hip. Exhale. 1, 2. So you may find each side feels different. I feel I'm a bit more wobbly on this side. Probably jinx myself now that I'm going to fall over. That's 5. Arms come to this horizontal position. Knee to elbow. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now combination. 1, 2. If you're very badass, you may do it without lowering that toe down at all. Not me today. And 5. Excellent. Moving on to a warrior sequence. Coming into warrior 2. So the back arch is dissecting the front heel. This is 45 degrees, sinking into the hip. So this knee is directly over the ankle. Arms come to a T. Shoulders are relaxed. Gazing point is the middle finger. Moving through some dynamic modified side angles and reverse warriors. I'll show you. So we're starting warrior 2. On an inhale, flip the palm and come back. So this is a side bend. And then as you exhale, coming forward, this arm will sweep down and this one going front. So you're in like a floating side angle. This is using the strength of the core. That's 1, 2, 3, moving with the breath, 4, and 5. Back up. Straighten the legs, come into 5-pointed star and over to the other side. Starting in warrior 2. Coming into reverse warrior. And then as you exhale, floating side angle. That's 1, 2, 3. Making sure that front knee stays bent when you go into the reverse warrior. 4, and 5. Come back to 5-pointed star and release. Moving on to another movement that starts from warrior 2, and I will show you. We'll start in warrior 2. We have our stable base. Now the trick in this one is to stack the hips. We're moving into a floating half moon, so you don't have to go all the way forward. You can only, if you want, just lift your foot an inch off the floor. I'll show you. We'll start in warrior 2. As we come forward, bringing the weight into this, coming into a floating version. So you can have your hand on the block, but stack these hips and open this belly to the side, and it actually makes it easier. Then we'll step back. This front leg will go straight with the foot up. and we'll lean back. So this is kind of like a reverse triangle, and come forward again, and then we'll rotate and do it on the other side. So first we'll do 5 this side and then 5 to the back of the mat. So we'll start. So I'm warrior 2, getting your stable base, your regular breathing. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, coming forward into floating half moon, or remember you can always have your hand on a chair or the block. Stepping back, reverse triangle with the toes lifted off the floor. Again, floating half moon. Reverse triangle, that's 2. Three, 4, last one. And 5. Come into the middle, over to the other side. This side might feel a lot different. Start with warrior 2, take a nice inhale and an exhale. Inhale, and then coming forward, bringing the weight all into this front foot, hovering, stepping back. Swan. 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, well done. Moving on. Coming into this time a high lunge. So this time the hips are facing forward. Knee is directly over the front ankle. This back leg. Sometimes it helps to bend this knee, do a little Michael Jackson pelvic tilt, and then straighten the leg. And this helps you get quite good alignment. Arms will come up. And we'll move through some high lunge twists. So first of all, arms come up vertical to the sky. Exhale them to the shoulders. Rotate in a twist. Back to the T. Arms come up. Straighten this front leg and move around to the other side. High lunge towards the back of the mat. Arms to a T. Twisting towards that bent knee. Back to the T, arms to the top, straighten the leg, back to center. Got it? Okay. High lunge, T, twist, T, high lunge, straighten, rotate. High lunge, T, twist, T, high lunge, straighten, rotate. High lunge, T, twist, T, high lunge, straighten, rotate. High lunge, T, twist, straighten, high lunge, straighten, rotate. High lunge, T, twist, T, high lunge, straighten, rotate. High lunge, T, twist, T, high lunge, straighten, rotate. I believe one more. High lunge, T, twist, T, straighten, rotate. High lunge, T, twist, T, high lunge, straighten, and rotate. Well, excellent, well done. We will move on from that. A slight different progression. I will show you first and you can decide what version to do. So we've warmed up the spine nicely with those twists. Starting in a high lunge, bringing the hands to a prayer, and we'll be twisting in a lunging prayer twist like this. So this is the position. Then the back leg will come in, straighten, moving the spine back to the midline, arms up, straighten, rotate. So you can do the other version that we just did. This one is a bit more challenging. Always remember that when you bring the spine up to vertical, it's back on the neutral. So we're not coming up from the twist like that. Always bring the spine back to the center before you come up, which is much better for the health of the spine. So we're going to do 5 each side of those. So starting in high lunge. Bring the prayer to the chest. Lift the top elbow, rotating around and hooking. Grounding down into this front foot. The back foot steps in. Back foot steps back. Rotate to the midline. Come up. Straighten and rotate. Again. Whoops. So in prayer lunge, elbow lifts, twisting over to the other side, lengthening that spine, grounding into the front foot, bringing this back leg in, then back, rotate to the midline, come back up, straighten to the center. Again, prayer, twist, step in, step back, back to the midline, arms up, straighten, center line, over to the other side. Prayer, twist, step in, step back, midline, straighten, rotate, prayer lunge, twist, knee steps in or foot steps in, step back, midline, straighten, center to the other side, palms to chest, hook, step in, step back, midline, straighten, rotate. One more each way. Prayer, lunge, twist, step in, step back, center, straighten. Last time. Prayer lunge, twist, step in, step back, midline, straighten, and to the center. Brilliant, well done. I'm out of breath now. Working on some more balance and some hip opening. So we've done a lot of work to juice up our core strength. Just get my breath back a bit. Those twists are very heating. You might be dripping in sweat like me. They really feel like they wring us out. Grounding into one foot, spreading the toes, getting a wide base, activating the muscles in this leg, zipping up the midline, activating your root lock, the perineum, Mula Bandha to give stability all throughout the core. Hands come to the hips. Externally rotate this other leg. This might be your tree. So tree, you can have the toes on the floor with the heel in the ankle. You can have the foot here. You can have it into the thigh. Wherever it is, imagine opposing forces pressing into each other. Zipping up the midline. And first of all, we'll start with a leaning tree. So you have your tree position, whatever version that is. Bring the hands into the chest. And very slowly, with a fixed gaze and a focused mind, lean over and bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, come back up. This knee comes into the chest. You can keep it here or extend it straight for standing staff. Then slowly this is going to sweep around to the back. So you come into a warrior with the palms at the chest, warrior 3, sorry. And then we reverse the whole thing. So coming back up, bringing this leg all the way around, back to standing staff, back to knee to chest, back to tree. You might need to assist. Back to leaning tree. Back to the center and release. Shake it out. Wow. Second side. Grounding into the opposite foot. Toes are wide. Really activate this leg. Activate that root knot, that mula bandha. That's your secret superpower. Really helps with your stability. Externally rotate this other leg. First we'll start with the hands on the hips. Find whatever tree base is good for you. So different side might be a different story. Bringing the palms to the chest. Find that fixed point to focus on. Steady the breath. Root to rise. And then lean over. See if you can touch elbow to knee. Body comes back up, knee comes into the midline, perhaps extend it for standing staff, and slowly sweeping this around to the back, coming into warrior 3 with the palms at the chest, and then sweeping back. Back to staff, back to knee bent, back to tree, maybe with a little assistance. Reconnect. And then maybe knee to elbow, or leaning tree, back to the midline and release. Wow, and shake it out. This leg was really burning. Excellent. We'll do that again one more time each side. Now we've got the pattern in our brain and in our bodies. Grounding down into the foot, extending. External rotation, in the hip. Coming into your tree. Palms to the chest. Then leaning tree. Up to the midline. Knee comes in. Standing staff, sweep around to warrior 3, back to staff, whoops, knee bends, back to tree, leaning, and down. It seemed easier second time around. Last time, get the stable base, zip up this root lock, this mula bandha, externally rotate this leg. Come into your tree legs, wherever they are, hands to chest, lean over, elbow to knee, back up, knee to chest, standing staff, sweep to warrior 3, sweep back. I don't think I'll be recruited for any ballet dancing organization soon. Knee to chest, back to tree, leaning tree, back to the midline, knee up, and release. Wow, this leg is severely burnt out. Excellent. Just shake it out, let go whether you achieved it or not. All that matters is that you tried and what you learned about yourself as you move through it. Okay, coming into the final pose, we just neutralize everything with a couple of palm trees. So zipping the legs together, big toe mounds touching on an inhale, coming up onto the toes, onto the balls of the feet. Palms come up, or palm tree. Then zipping up the legs, we'll do 5 arm circles backwards. That's 3, 4, and 5. And then coming forwards, 1, 2, oh my goodness, 3, falling backwards, 4, and 5. And release, shake it all out. Well done. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and please feel free to subscribe. I post new content every week, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.